Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Wow, okay. A couple meows. Wow, more. So you're right up against the door again. I can't see you from the window. Yeah, so I assumed you were here. I actually saw you line up at the door about an hour before dinner. So, wow, you're really meowing again. Okay, you're already backing up, so I guess you want your food. But, yeah, we've been spending more time at dinner, so I guess that's a good thing. I'd like to get the time down a little bit, because I'm getting hungry. So I got your smelly fish tonight. Cracked open a brand new can of smelly fish. So I think you're gonna like it. Because I hate it. Can't stand the smell. Grab the water. Close the door. I'm gonna walk past you. So we can change your water. Yeah, gotta meow. Make sure you're silent when I'm doing this. Okay, so here's the new water. Okay, so I'm gonna stand up, get in the chair, and grab the glove. Where are you? So, okay. Trying to figure out where you're gonna go. Yeah, you're vigorous tonight. So yeah, you've been more friendly these past 3 nights. So I guess we're going to see if that holds up tonight, huh? So this might mark an actual change in your behavior. For the good for once. But honestly, I don't know how to capitalize on it. So I'm really not sure what to do with you. So even though you're friendlier, I'm not sure how to reward you or what the next step is or what you want. So it still looks like, yeah, you don't want to go in the house, which is probably, ooh, you just swatted at me. Okay, so spoke too soon. So yeah, his foot just swiped at my finger, though I didn't feel any claws, and it was kind of a light smack, so I don't think he dug in with the claws. So that is an improvement, but in general, I don't want him swiping at me. Not a good thing. But as far as his attacks go, that was a really minor one. And he didn't hiss. But that also means I gotta keep the glove on for a while. Okay, so you seem to be a little unsure there. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with him. So he seems to want the rubs, but yeah, he still seems to be a little skittish and a little defensive. So it's a hard cat to read. There's an aggressive bite. Okay. So it's a little warmer today. So kind of on that cusp of warm where it gets uncomfortably warm, but it's manageable. Not like that heat wave. So I think the weather is going to stay like this for the next week. So I hope we avoid more heat waves. So I think I'm going to stop petting him a little bit earlier because we've had that second round of petting the past couple nights, so it's drawing out the dinner times, and I'd like to eat my dinner, so I think I'm gonna cut the petting a little bit short on the front end here, and then see if he still wants pets at the back end, and then maybe we'll still get out of here at a semi-reasonable time. But I'll pet him a little bit longer. So he's actually, I think, starting to get a little less vigorous, so he's probably not enjoying the pets quite as much as when we first started, so I don't mind stopping a little early. So I'm starting to calm down. Spoke too soon. So I'm thinking I'm going to stop petting in a minute or so. And of course, he wants that head rub there. So you like smelly fish, Scruffy? So that's what you get tonight. So I think it's probably your favorite, since it's the one that I hate the most. Can't stand that smell. It's supposed to be it's real chicken and fish and gravy, but all I smell is the fish. If it's actually fish. It says real chicken and fish, so the emphasis of the real is on the chicken and not the fish, so it could be some fake byproduct or something. Fish substitute. But he seems to like it. Okay, let's get your food. Yeah, see, you jumped right up for the food, huh? So yeah. You know why you're here. So I just finished watering the garden in the front. So I'm still worried about the plants dying, so now that we're past the heat wave, and I think it's been a couple weeks now, so since I watered them last. So I watered them right before the heat wave. And I think it's been like 2 weeks since that's started. Give or take a few days. Half a week. So I only did the front yard today. But I saw the white cat that hangs out in the corner of my house. So he was back. So I wasn't watering that section, so he got the chill. And it was late, and I didn't feel like interacting with him since I needed to feed Scruffy, and I just got back from a really bad bike ride. So I just kind of left him be. Probably should make an effort sometime to do something with him, but he's been there for years, so he generally likes to be left alone, I think. Doesn't seem like he's really scared of humans, but he also doesn't go out of his way to interact with them. He usually keeps his distance, but he'll stare you down, and he's kind of a nuisance. He's kind of all over the neighborhood. Kind of flaunts the fact that he's willing to go anywhere in the neighborhood. So there are two white cats. I actually can't tell them apart. I know my one of my neighbors, yeah, they know the cats really well, so they can actually tell them apart. But I did have a picture of one of the cats, I think, in a previous video, and it looked like it was a statue on a white wall. And I'm not sure which one of the cats that was. But yeah, that cat seems like it knows it owns the neighborhood. So yeah, I went for a bike ride this afternoon, kind of late. And yeah, it was a pretty crummy bike ride. So I mentioned in my last ride, I was having problems with my gears. So I had just cleaned and oiled my chain, and then when I start getting on some of the tougher climbs, the chain started slipping. So it kept slipping off the highest gear into the next one, and so on climbing, basically the chain was jumping all over the place, and I was losing traction and control of my bike. And I was screwing with the limiting screws on the derailleur or whatever, and was trying to get it to work better. And I think I kind of got it working a couple days ago, and then when I started going downhill, my chain fell off, and so it caused me a whole bunch of other problems. So I had to screw with the screws even more, and I think I basically got everything back to square one. So I still can't go uphill, but at least my chain doesn't fall off. So today, yeah, it was kind of warmer, so I said, okay, since I don't trust my chain and it's warmer, I'm just going to stay to the easier hills. I'm not going to do the really hard ones, and just kind of see if I can figure out the limits of this chain and adjust it. So it was still slipping even on the easier hills, so I started adjusting it, and I kept adjusting it, and I basically made it worse. So now I can't even get it into the highest gear. It's like one gear below the highest gear. And as I keep trying to change it more and more, it doesn't seem to want to go to the highest gear anymore. And then when I start fiddling with the other settings, or make the screw even more extreme, now the chain falls off. So my bike's all messed up now, and so I'm really unhappy. So for the moment, I don't even have it at square one. So I have it now where the chain doesn't fall off, but I can't get it into the highest gear anymore. And since my bike's really old and doesn't have like the gearing of like a modern bike, I really rely on that high gear because I kind of need it just for about everything. So I'm going to have to do more reading and watch YouTube videos and stuff tonight, see if there's any other adjustments I can make. But I think I'm going to have to get a professional. So I've been using a professional bike mechanic for the last a little over a year now. He's really good. I like him. So I don't mind having to hire him again, but my bigger issues are, one, if I hire him, he's going to take probably at least a week, if not 2 weeks, to probably figure it out and fix it and get it back to me. And I'd really rather not be without my bike for that long, since it's kind of an integral part of my exercise regimen. So if I could do it myself, I'd prefer it. And then last time I did talk to him about the slipping gears, and he was saying the problem is, the gears are probably worn down, and because my bike is so old, it may not be cost effective for me to change the gears. It'd be more cost effective for me to just buy a new bike. And the bike has a lot of sentimental value, so I don't want to get rid of it. So I'd like to keep the bike in working order, but at the same time I don't want to throw away money. So I'm a little hesitant to take it in just because I think he might tell me, yeah, this is going to cost you too much. So I think I'm going to see what I can do first, and then I'll probably take it to him. But yeah, I probably also need to start looking for a new bike. So let's see what Scruffy's going to do. So in addition to the sentimental value, there's a practical consideration too. So the bike is so old now that as long as I'm not reckless with it in the sense that, well, yeah, basically if I'm not careless, like nobody's going to steal it, which is kind of a big plus because I know bicycle theft's like a real pain in the butt. So as long as I use some basic lock, nobody's going to waste your time on my bike because it's so old. If I don't lock it, I'm sure there'll be some opportunities to steal it, but I've seen how you can basically pick locks and break locks. They're actually surprisingly easy to break. Like the U lock, so I've seen videos where I think you just get like a car jack or something, and just use the force of a jack to just break open the U lock. So now everyone's gone to back to the big heavy loose chains, but yeah, I've seen ways you can pick those locks or pick or use like liquid nitrogen or all is it the angle grinder. So yeah, there are all sorts of ways you can break these locks. So having a really old bike kind of protects you from those worries. I like having not to worry about my bike being stolen all the time. I actually still worry too much. Yeah, I've had my tires stolen a bunch of times. So I actually switched the quick release mechanisms of my tires to bolts, and I actually still lock up my tires now. But yeah, I know nobody's going to spend a lot of effort to steal my bike as long as I lock up everything. And yeah, it's an old bike, but it's actually a pretty decent bike for how old it is. So my mechanic was saying, when he was returning it to me last time, he repaired it. He was like, saying, yeah, this is actually a really good bike. So it's made out of steel, so it's really heavy. But on the flip side, yeah, because it's made out of steel, it's not going to break. It's probably going to last forever. Fortunately, all the components are another matter. So like the gears getting worn down. My brakes aren't terribly good. It takes me effort and distance to stop my bike. So I got to be careful on really steep hills because I can't stop on a dime like these new bikes. I got to kind of break down the hill so I don't get too much speed, so I don't lose control and run into something or somebody. So Scruffy's still grooming himself. But usually he'll finish up pretty soon, and then I guess we'll see if we'll take off or if I'm gonna pet him a little bit more. So that's all I know what to do with him at this point. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to stick around as long as last night. Nope. Okay, he's coming back. Just looking at the bowl. Yeah, he cleaned the bowl pretty good. I think he really liked the smelly fish. So I don't want to make any quick moves here, because I'll probably scare him. I'll wait for him to lick the bowl and then see what he does. If he's still looking at me, I'll drop my hand and see if he wants to be pet a little bit more, and then I think I'll call it a night. In the next few nights, I'm going to have to water the backyard here. So in the next few nights, I'm probably going to freak him out, because I'm going to have to get up and get the hose, and you know he doesn't like it when I'm walking around out here. Wow, he's really licking the bowl. So I gave him a tad bit of extra kibble, but yeah, I gave him more last night. I don't want to get him too used to extra food. Okay, you might be taking off. Gonna go on your patrol, Scruffy? For water. Scruffy moving on. Yeah, he's coming back. So what you up to, Scruffy? So you're behind me now, so I don't know what you're doing. Okay, so I think Scruffy's gonna take off. He's grooming himself again. So yeah, he's a little further this time, so I'm not sure what he wants. He's kind of giving mixed signals here. Last couple nights, yeah, he was closer. So yeah, he's on the verge of leaving. It looks like he has a flea or something that he's trying to take care of. Some blinking. So I think I'm gonna call it a night. Oh, now he's coming back, so let's see what he does. Going the other way now. Okay, so yeah, he might be calling it a night. Actually, he did this last night. He's looking up at that box. Not sure what's so interesting about the box. I don't know, maybe it's the only place he hasn't been. At least, yeah. There's probably not enough space for him to jump up on that table. Yeah, he looks back there sometimes. I've seen him actually. You know, I had him on video once where yeah, he jumped back in there. I think he walked through all the way through though. Yeah, that's the box my son Evan came in. So, try not to stare. So. Okay, folks. Yeah, he's decided to go on patrol. So I think that's fine. I'm hungry and tired, so it probably works out the best. I don't feel guilty about leaving him. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.